Okay guys, Kevin Dye Painting. This is a video pretty much of a walkthrough of what I see on the property and what we would do if we were the company that would actually paint the house, kind of give you the scope of work. Obviously, first thing is pressure wash everything, doors, pressure wash everything. What we've got here just looks like some standard spot mold or dot mold they call it. Not a big deal. We remove that with a bleach solution, and then we just go ahead and put a light primer and paint. All doors would be painted, all trim would be painted. We are really adamant about our prep. We like doing very long lasting prep. That's pretty much the key. So we caulk in everything. This would be masked. All brickwork would be masked. I do not like to get paint on anything other than what's supposed to be painted. Yeah, all through here, I know we kind of spoke about that a little bit on the phone. That would have to be bleached and then shot we'd spray it with paint. Deck obviously looks really good. It would have to be protected. Some areas don't exactly look like they have to be painted, but then some do. So it's kind of a mix. For us, we caulk in stuff like this line. We caulk in all of our edges. We try to seal everything up. I know, so here's this door. I would suggest just on that door one little coat of spar varnish. Maybe knock it down with steel wool to make sure it has a good grip. It's starting to see some light areas there, and you just don't want the weather in. Right now it's in really good shape, and the trick would be to keep it that way. So spar varnish on that. Yeah, this just looks as if what happened was this was replaced and it was not primed. So my theory on this is we spray it and we prime this lid. I can pretty much see, looking at it now, that this wasn't primed at all, and if it was a very, very, very light coat. And this type of stuff needs to be primed, so I'll go ahead and kind of write that up. Oh, what a gorgeous backyard. All right, big window side, beautiful. I like the colors. I like the colors a lot. Shed looks really good. I know you had mentioned that you guys had painted the shed, I believe, recently, so that looks really good. Yeah, only thing I'd probably do different is I'd probably do the trim on the shed to match the house. But again, that's just us. Pressure wash, we clean out all the gutters, which is a big deal because that's where we start getting hit. Now you got some damage on this side over here. It looks probably because snow loads had against it. Nothing we can really do, but I suggest that we just, a good pressure wash, prep, caulk everything in, kind of like they did here. Hopefully that's on silicone. Kind of like what they did there. These are the gaps I know that you were probably speaking about, just in the siding. And there are ways to fix that. My suggestion on this would probably be to try to peel some of that out and actually put in something like a plastic wood, something that actually bonds in there instead of just like the caulking. But it could really go either way. Just caulking, just kind of has its own like little appearance. Got a little bit of a wave there. Yeah. And that looks like it's a form of silicone, so that would have to be either taken out or primed because silicone and paint don't always work very well together. It does appear as if it is time on this side for paint. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of bounce some ideas around about these, and we can go from there. Pressure wash in here. Yeah, pretty standard stuff. I do like the colors. As you said, I know you kind of want to keep the colors, and I think that's nice because they do look very nice with the brick, kind of a modern touch, and the brick stuff's really nice. I'm going to walk on down this way here real quick, and we'll take a look down here underneath, and that'll pretty much tell me everything that we need to know. Concrete, I would obviously suggest with the concrete, we keep the concrete the way it is. Okay, this was the lattice work that you were speaking of. And so on this stuff, we don't want to paint it, and it's already the perfect color. So we would just kind of either cut a lot of stuff by hand. Some of this looks pretty darn good though. I mean, if we're staying the same color, because realistically the best way would be to pull it off, unscrew it, paint, screw it back up, you know, and just go one by one and do it by hand. Unfortunately, it's time consuming, but that's the best way. That's the proper way to do it, and we do like to do things the right way. No big deal back here. It's a big house. The deck looks good. I think you had mentioned as well that that looks like it's been done. Railing needs a little bit of paint, but pretty self-explanatory. Definitely up our alley what we do weekly. So what I'll do is I will write up what my suggestion, keyword suggestion, is for the painting of the property, and then we can kind of go from there, and you can say yes, no, possibly, or add more, or, you know, take less. So obviously under here, one way to save money on these is just that. We paint the wall, we paint the braces, but these guys in here, they could be somewhat of a time consumer. Granted, I am the type of person that's a little bit on the utilitarian side, so I often like to paint everything at once so that I know everything has been done correctly and completely. So I mean, I can just add that in there that we go through, and it'd take a guy, you know, a good part of the day just to run a brush through all of those beams up underneath in there. You know, just back all these up here all the way down. So I mean, that's up there as well. I do suggest we put a good coat of primer on this. We bleach it out, we prime it. It just seems very light, as if it was never primed, or if it was not primed very deep. So I'll go ahead and write this up. Gorgeous home, perfect little neighborhood. I actually have a house right over on Aspen Way that we are that is the last house that I have so far booked into July. So you know, it's right up the street. So if we do figure it out, you would probably be in line with that one. So we'd have the same, you'd go from that one to this one. But it is a big house. It definitely needs some work, paint work. Everything else seems really nice. But we'd love to do it. I love to do houses like this because you can really get, you know, great contrast and bring it back to life from all the spot mold and stuff. So hopefully this finds you well, and we will talk soon. Thank you.